All right. Here comes up one of my most favorites. The formation of item 12, formation. They really are favorite. It's just a little problematic to go through the steps, but we have you. Thank you very much. Formation of a community facilities district. This will be CFD number 2021-1 to fund municipal services and provide for future annexation within a certain area by unanimous written consent of the electors. This will be presented by Diana Langley, our Public Works Director.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just when you think you have the process down, we change it because this one is a little bit different than the previous ones in that we are actually forming CFD 2021-1. And so on May 18th, City Council adopted a resolution stating its intention to establish the new CFD, authorize the levy of a special tax within the district, and authorize the annexation of future territory into the future annexation area by unanimous written approval. This resolution also set a joint public hearing on forming CFD 2021-1 and the future annexation area for tonight. The first property proposed to be part of CFD 2021-1 is the Dunn Ranch Estates Unit 1, which is a 56 residential lot subdivision located at the southeast corner of Rio Ranchero and Monroe. And then in addition to try to facilitate future annexations, we identified, we went throughout the sphere of influence to try to identify potential properties that could develop for residential development to include them in the potential future annexations to try to make the process easier as those projects come forward. So here are a few maps. Here's the Dunn Ranch Unit 1 subdivision. You have Monroe to the north, Rio Ranchero to the west, and the North Calusa Frontage Road to the south. And then again, we went through the city sphere of influence to identify the potential for future residential subdivisions, and you can see we've got 3 pages worth of maps where we identified this. And again, this is just to facilitate future annexations into the CFD so that we don't have to go through a process of multiple public hearings and adoption of resolutions at one meeting. So the future annexation area, as I noted, will allow property owners in the future to annex to the district by unanimous written consent. Alternatively, properties could annex with a ballot proceeding and vote in the future to the extent they are not included in the future annexation area. However, we did try to include as many properties as we could. If properties were to have to annex this way, it would take more time, around 45 to 90 days, to go through that process. The hearing report for CFD 2021-1 follows the same methodology used in the formation of CFD 2017-1. The current levy is $485.80 annually per single-family residential lot and $354.35 for multifamily residential lots. And this one's different in terms of the escalation factor is based upon the city's combined police and fire department budgets. So as those increase annually, this CFD will also increase up to a max of 4%. And with the annexation of Dunn Ranch Estates into the CFD, we would see an annual revenues from that of $27,204.80 based upon the current fee. Alternatives are to not authorize the formation of the CFD and direct staff on other acceptable means of assuring development contributes its fair share, or require staff to develop an alternative method of rate and apportionment for CFD 2021-1. So to complete the formation of CFD 2021-1, this is where you got to prepare yourselves. The City Council must sequentially hold a public hearing on the formation of the district and the future annexation area, adopt a resolution of formation, adopt a resolution calling for an election, conduct an election public hearing of the qualified electors, and then adopt a resolution certifying the election results. Finally, the council will consider an ordinance levying the tax for the future. So all of those items are going to take place tonight. So the first recommendation, adopt a resolution of formation to establish CFD 2021-1 in a future annexation area and to authorize the levy of a special tax within the district to finance certain services, and adopt a resolution calling an election with respect to special taxes to be levied on territory within CFD 2021-1, authorizing the levy of a special tax and submitting the levy of tax to the qualified electors.
Okay, so I have a script. The first thing on the script is to ask if I have any comments from the public before we open up the public hearing. Does anybody from the public have anything that they would like to comment on or ask? Anything online?
No public comment.
Okay. So we're going to hold a public hearing. The joint public hearing for the formation of a community facilities district, CFD number 2021-1, to fund municipal services is now open. If there are any members of the public who would like to address the council on this issue, please provide your statement via public comment and state your name and address for the record. Do we have any comments from the public on this item? Anybody? Anybody?
No public comment.
Okay, hearing and seeing none. I am closing the public hearing and bringing the matter back to Diana Langley.
So we hold an election public hearing for the special taxes within the district.
Through the mayor. Did we want to hold a vote first on the two resolutions?
Yes, please. I was trying to just move it along.
I appreciate that, Diana, I really do.
Okay, so what I have next is items B and C. Adopt the resolution of formation to establish CFD 2021-1 and the future annexation area, and to authorize the levy of a special tax within the district to finance certain services. Adopt a resolution calling an election with respect to special taxes to be levied on territory within CFD 2021-1, authorizing the levy of special tax and submitting the levy of tax to the qualified electors. So is that what you're referring to? Perfect. So we need a motion and a second, please.
I move.
Thank you. Okay, I have a motion and a second for items B and C as stated. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing no opposition, items B and C have passed unanimously. Now holding the election public hearing. Hold an election public hearing for the special taxes within the district on initial property, Dunn Ranch Estates, Unit 1, subdivision, tentative subdivision map number 20-06 into CFD 2021-1. All right. The election public hearing on the formation of a community facilities district, CFD number 2021-1, to fund municipal service is now open. If there are any members of the public who would like to address the council on this issue, please provide your statement via public comment, state your name and address for the record. Do we have any comments from the public on this item?
No public comment.
All right. Hearing no further comment on this issue, I'm closing the public hearing and bringing the matter back to the city clerk. City clerk, are there any ballots?
Yes.
Would you open them, please?
So we've received one ballot from James R. Scott of Inner West Homes Corporation. Total votes 14 yes in favor.
All right. Do I bring it back to you, or do I just go ahead and go
Just
for the E?
keep going if you'd like.
Huh?
You can keep going if you'd like. You
Okay.
have another resolution to adopt.
We are looking at items E and F. Adopt a resolution, this is item E, adopt a resolution making certain findings and declaring and certifying the results of an election, approving special taxes in CFD 2021-1 as reported by the city clerk. Item F, waive reading and adopt an ordinance authorizing the levy of the special tax within CFD 2021-1. Council.
Through the mayor, move to approve items 12E and F.
Second.
All right, I have a motion on items 12E and F, second as well. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Through the
Aye.
mayor.
Oh.
Public,
So sorry. Yes, thank you.
thank you. I almost got away with it. Anybody from the public?
No public comment.
Okay. I think we had, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thanks. Any opposed? Hearing none, items 12E and 12F pass unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any more of those coming up?
From this point on, they should be much easier.
Thank you.